Good afternoon. Welcome to Yoga in Nature. My name is Bourgeois and I'll be guiding your practice. Today we're going to be moving through a slower flow. So as we move, I just encourage you to really listen to your body, your own nature, and you can take the class as far or as easy as you would like. So I encourage you to drop knees whenever you want, to take breaks whenever you would like, and to really keep going whenever you feel the time is right for you. Now we're in this beautiful place here doing yoga. I encourage you to come check it out if you ever can. Now for right now, let's find a comfortable seat. So however you can ground down into your mat, your hands can be open or closed on your knees. And then you can close your eyes or just look to somewhere that makes you feel full and happy. And pull your breath down into your lower belly. From your lower belly, let your breath expand in through your ribs. Feel it expand outward to the sides and then your back and front. And then from your lower belly, through your ribs, let your breath expand through the crown of your head. Set your intention to keep your rhythm of breath strong as we move. So tune into it now. And then gently let your eyes open and take your hands, bring them to your heart. I wish you all a great practice. You're going to take your left hand, place it down on your mat. Inhale, lift your right arm up and over. Expand your ribs up towards the sky. You can even look up in the direction of your palm. Inhale, lift up, extend both hands up to the sky, and then exhale, take your right hand down and bring your left arm up and over. Stay rooted through your sit bones as you expand upward. And then your gaze can again come into your palm if that feels right for your neck. And then inhale up through center. Place both hands by your hips. Shift your weight back and switch your legs. So if you're sitting cross-legged, take your opposite leg on top or in front and reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring your left arm underneath your right. You can cross at elbows and at your wrists, or grab for shoulders, or even hook thumbs. Press your elbows forward. Take a deep breath and expand through the back of your heart. And then exhale, round your spine. Draw your elbows towards your navel. Inhale, lift your body back up. Take a big breath and sweep your arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, bring your right arm under your left. So again, you can cross elbows and wrists or hook thumbs or shoulders. Press your arms forward, deep breath in. Exhale, round down. Let your chin tuck ever so slightly. And then inhale, lift all the way up, get expansive, reach up, lengthen all the way up. And then exhale, you're going to take your hands forward and bring them onto your mat and come into tabletop. So once you're on your hands and your knees, spread your fingers wide, curl your toes under, take a deep breath in. exhale, press your hips up and back to downward facing dog. As you press through your hands, you can bend one knee and then the other. Create space in the back of your legs. And then inhale, shift yourself forward into plank. Bring your shoulders directly over your wrists and push back through your heels. Core is strong. And then exhale, come on back into downward dog. Finding your own personal rhythm, listening into your breath. Inhale, shift forward to plank once more. And again, you can lower your knees whenever you need. And exhale to downward facing dog. From your downward dog, bend both your knees and you're going to softly walk your feet halfway up your mat. Once you're there, bend both your knees, let your head go heavy. You can grab for opposite elbows or let your arms hang in ragdoll. Take your hands, place them to your shins. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. And then exhale, bend your knees once again and fold. And we bend our knees to create space in your lower back. Push into your feet. Inhale, reach all the way up, lengthen up. You can look up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And you can step closer to the front of your mat if you prefer. Get nice and grounded. Hands can stay at your heart. Close your eyes and let your weight rock back into your heels and then to your toes. Feel the outsides of your feet and then the insides of your feet. From here, feel your ankles, your knees, everything draw towards the earth. And I encourage you to come try that move outside whenever you can. And take a deep breath and reach your hands all the way up. You can look up. Exhale, fold forward. Gently lead with your heart. Bend your knees to come down. Lengthen on your inhale, hands to shins. And then bend your knees a lot. Place your hands down to the ground and step yourself back into high plank. Shift forward, lower your knees, and come down. Lower your heart before your belly. Then baby cobra, press into your hands slightly, pull your shoulders back, heart forward. And then push into your hands. Exhale, come into tabletop and then down to child's pose. Take your knees mat width apart. Big toes touch and forehead can come to your mat or maybe to a block if that feels better for your spine. And how you would know that is if you feel your back is quite tight. And this will give you a little bit of relief. So as we move through practice, if downward dog is too much at any point, child's pose is such an awesome alternative. From tabletop, curl your toes, lift up and back to downward dog. Lift your right leg all the way up, take a deep breath in. Exhale, you're gonna bend your knee and step your foot through between your hands. Back knee lowers down. Inhale, reach your hands up and overhead. Low crescent lunge. And then exhale, fold forward. Place your left hand down onto your mat. Inhale, lift your right arm up. You can look up into your right palm, find a twist. And then exhale, take your right hand, bring it down to the inside of your leg. Wiggle your right foot to the outside edge of your mat, hand to the inside of your foot. Now you can stay on your hands, or if your hips allow this early on in practice, you can lower onto your forearms. So both options are good ones. Your eyes can close as you breathe into your hip. Press down into your hands, curl your back toes under, send your right leg back to meet your left in plank. Shift forward, lower your knees, and come all the way to belly. Baby cobra on your inhale, heart forward. Exhale, push back up to tabletop. And now you have the option for child's pose or downward dog. Lift your left leg all the way up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend your knee and step your foot forward. Now, if you struggle with stepping forward, what you can do is plant your toes, lower your back knee, and then step your foot forward. Back knee is down. Inhale, reach your hands up and overhead. Let your heart lift, your gaze can come up. Think of growing tall and lengthening from the ground up to the sky. And then exhale, gently fold. Right hand comes down. Inhale, lift your left arm up to find your twist. You can look into your palm. And then exhale, bring your hand down to the inside of your foot. Wiggle your foot to the outside edge of your mat. Hand to the inside. And you can stay to your hands or lower onto your forearms. So whatever feels best. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, pick up your left foot and swing it back into plank. Shift forward, and you can lower this time chaturanga or all the way down. Upward dog on your inhale, lift your thighs and heart. Exhale, come back to downward dog. Look slightly forward and then gently step your feet halfway up your mat. Walk your hands back to your feet. Lengthen on your inhale. Then exhale, bend your knees to fold. Head can go heavy. Then inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, let yourself fold one more time. And this time as you fold, take your peace fingers, loop up around the inside of your big toe. Seal it on the outside with your thumb. Keep with bent knees to start. Press your elbows outward. Inhale. And then exhale, fold. Belly stays to your thighs to help support your lower back. Sit bones can start to skyrocket up. Release your toes, lengthen on your inhale. And then exhale, fold. Reach all the way up, lengthen up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. So as we move through this next part, we'll start off in tree and move to transition. So for tree pose, let your feet ground down and you can place your hands on your hips. Bend your right knee and turn it to the side. You can have your big toe resting on your mat, or place your foot up to your inner calf or to your inner thigh. So keep in mind, not a long hold. Let yourself get grounded. Really relax your left foot to your mat, hands to heart. We're going to transition to a high lunge. So let your knee draw forward and then exhale, send your leg all the way back. And once it goes back, let your toes plant down, your heel can lift high, and then reach your hands up and overhead. So as you do that, you want to make sure that you take a lot of space on your mat. And then hands lift up. And then with your back heel lifted, palms together, and then gently twist, take your right elbow to the outside of your left leg. So if this ever feels like too much, you can always lower your back knee. And then come back all the way up to your crescent lunge. And then turn your back foot, open your hips up into warrior two. Gaze comes over your middle finger. Glide your right hand down your back leg, left hand up and over, peaceful warrior. And then come on back up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. You can wiggle your back foot in once or twice to a smaller or shorter stance, and that will help give you stability and balance to bring your left hand down to your shin. Push your shin into your hand, extend your right hand up, straight-legged triangle. And then exhale, look down. You're going to windmill your hands down, and then you're going to wiggle your right foot slightly forward so your toes face the top corner of your mat. Square off through your hips and gently bow over your front leg in pyramid pose. And bring your hands a little bit forward. Step your right foot forward to meet your left at the front of your mat. Lengthen on your inhale. And then exhale, fold. Reach all the way up, lengthen up, look up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So if you want, this is an awesome time for water before we get into the second side. So welcome back from your water break, and I hope that you're feeling really good for our second side. So we'll come back to the top of our mat. Place your hands to your hips, and then you're going to bend your left knee and open it to the side for tree pose. Really ground through your right foot. You can place your left foot to inner calf, inner thigh, or keep your foot down for that bit of additional balance. And then hands can come to heart. And then shifting back from break, it might sometimes feel harder to focus. So find that place to watch, that one drishti point to focus on. And your drishti is your point of focus or gaze. And then draw your knee forward, keep your gaze, exhale, send your leg back. Toes are down, heel is lifted, and extend your arms up and overhead. Bring your palms together and come into a twist, left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. And you can look over to the side or over your shoulder. And then inhale, reach your hands up and overhead. Exhale, turn your back foot, open your hips and heart into warrior two. Once you ground through both your feet equally, bend into your front knee and your gaze can come over your middle finger. And then come to peaceful warrior. Take your left hand down your back leg, right palm will face you. And then exhale up into your warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Take that shorter stance if you need, and I do recommend it for stability. Front leg straight, reach your right hand forward and bring it down to your shin, ankle, or foot. Left hand lifts up. And you can look to your palm if you want. You can also look to the side or even down at your right foot. So whatever comes most natural to you. Yoga in nature and then yoga by nature. So following what you need for you, sweep your hands down to your mat, turn your toes forward, ground through your left heel and gently bow over your front leg. And then from here, our transition will change from pyramid pose. So you're gonna bend into your front knee, bring your hands down, pick up your right leg and send it all the way back and up. And then exhale, bend your knee and bring it through to your right wrist, toes to your left wrist. Wiggle your left leg long and straight back. Now, if this feels a little bit too tight on your hips or knee, if you have a blanket or a pillow, you can bring it underneath your right hip for stability. And you're welcome to stay upright. You can gaze forward, lift through your heart, or you can gently fold forward. So if it's earlier in the day, maybe you're lifted. And if it's, after a long day, or your goal is to really relax, then bring your head down. Breath stays steady. And though we are holding these poses for a little bit of a shorter period of time, you're always welcome to take this practice out in nature on your own, and we would encourage you to hold them all just a little bit longer. You can challenge the balance of strength and ease. And slowly let your upper body lift up. Get nice and tall in your upper body, heart open. And then you can curl your back toes under, lift yourself up and back to downward dog. Then take your left leg, lift it up. And then exhale, bend your knee. Bring it through to your left wrist, toes to your right. Right leg long and straight. And if you didn't have an opportunity to see on the left side, I took a blanket and I placed it under my hip for stability if I felt like I needed it. So I encourage you to do the same. Or same token, if just like child's pose, it was more of a challenge to come forward, you could place a pillow down there as you fold and rest your head to that prop. Or you can come directly down. Breath is soft. And you can gently let your upper body lift. You can hang out here for a moment and even enjoy the cool breeze or AC if you're indoors. And then you're going to tip your weight into your left hip and swing your right leg out in front. So you'll bring the soles of your feet together, knees open up wide. Hands come back behind you. Take a deep breath in, get nice and tall. And you can stay or reach forward for your feet and then gently fold forward. And go with keeping your upper body nice and long for now. Shoulders are back. Breathe into your inner thighs. Slowly lift your body up. Place your hands to the sides of your knees, and then you're going to close your knees and come to lay onto your back. So once you're on your back, you'll bring your right knee to your chest, left hand to the outside of your right thigh, right arm long, and then exhale for a supine twist. Bring your leg over. You can also place a pillow underneath your right knee for that extra support. And if you're not too sure, I'll show you on the other side. And then gently rise back up on your inhale. Extend your right leg long. And then bend your left knee, right hand outside of left thigh. And then exhale to twist. Bring your leg over, and this is again where you can place a pillow or a prop under your knee if that helps for you and creates that support you need. And then inhale, come back through center and take your legs, extend them out nice and long. Take your legs at least mat width apart, your shoulders, roll down your back and let your palms open to the sky. So as you stay grounded here in your Shavasana, I just want you to take a few moments to let your bones relax into the floor. Let your muscles relax on your bones. Your eyes heavy, and then let your tongue soften off the roof of your mouth. So please stay here for as long as you can. I know that relaxing sometimes doesn't come as easy as we would want, so take this time for you. And thank you guys all so much for tuning in to practice, and I encourage you to take time to ground outside and maybe take your Shavasana outside sometime this summer. And with gratitude, namaste.